Welcome to Orlando Attractions Magazine, the show.
This week we're celebrating our 100th episode with spring at Epcot's International Flower and Garden Festival.
And things get a little loony and cartoony when we interview Charles Fleischer, the voice of Roger Rabbit.
As always, we've got the latest theme park news, travel tips, a new giveaway.
Which is a Wreck-It Ralph prize pack that includes the 3D Blu-ray and more.
That's right, so sit tight. It's all coming at you
right now. Filmed among the aisles of the happiest store in Florida, the show comes to you from Theme Park Connection, where you can buy, sell, and trade Disney items. Visit the warehouse here in Winter Garden or online at themeparkconnection.com.
This week's show is brought to you by Mousefan Travel, specializing in vacation planning by land and sea. Whether headed to the theme parks, destined for a luxurious cruise, or seeking an exotic destination elsewhere in the world, let the experts handle it at no extra cost. For a free quote with no obligation, visit mousefantravel.com.
And we're very happy to announce our newest sponsor, Undercover Tourist, our recommended supplier of online discount tickets to Disney World, Universal, and other Orlando area attractions. For the past 13 years, Undercover Tourist has been sending customers to their favorite theme parks faster for less money. For more information, visit undercovertourist.com or find them on Facebook and Twitter. Welcome to this week's episode of the show. I'm Banks.
And I'm JeniLynn. So, what's going on here, buddy? Are we directing traffic today?
Oh, these? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. These are special cones that Disney's been selling. This one they started selling first over, as you can see, at Cars Land at Disney California Adventure back when they first grand opened last summer. They had the Red's Apple Freeze drink, I believe I'm saying that correctly. So it was nice. The drink only fills up to about the middle here where the line is, because this top part you have to take off to fill it up. And just last week they started selling these Test Track cones, same design, just repainted, Test Track logo.
Reworked the same concept and brought it over here.
Exactly, so that we could have these unique souvenir mugs ourselves.
I actually really kind of like that one.
Yeah, I like this too. I love the design of the new Test Tracks. It's very sleek.
Yeah, it captures the feel of the attraction very accurately.
Exactly, and these you can get frozen Coke or frozen lemonade, in the little place outside the Test Track gift shop.
Very cool. I can tell that these are going to be popular items with park guests.
I'm sure.
But how about we speed straight through onto News in the Queue?
Okay.
For those that love St. Patrick's Day, your luck as a parent, and Banks is not.
Ow! Hey, what are you pinching me for?
Because you're not wearing green.
Well, I didn't get the memo.
St. Patrick's Day happens every year. Do you really need a memo? Yes, as I was saying, for everyone else who is into St. Patrick's Day, one of the most authentic St. Patrick's Day celebrations in town will be taking place at Downtown Disney.
Now, being held today through St. Patrick's Day, the event will feature more than 10 top Irish bands, a variety of beers, face painting, stilt walkers, and St. Patty's memorabilia.
The festival begins at noon and runs until 1 a.m.
Music performers include the Willis Clan, Girsa, $3 band, Nova Celtic, or should I say Celtic?
Celtic.
Is
it's
Celtic?
only Celtic when it's the basketball team.
Okay. Nova Celtic, Celtic Wave, the U2 tribute band Elevation, and many others.
Also, Irish dance workshops will be held by the renowned Irish dancer and choreographer Ronan McCormick, and he's of the original Riverdance cast.
Oh, nice.
And the Dublin-born multi-instrumentalist Declan Masterson will be leading Irish music workshops.
Wow, expect to see the Raglan Road dancers and a troupe of Irish musicians and dancers performing as well.
And let's not forget about the food.
Oh, no.
For the most part, seating is available on a first-come, first-served basis. However, reservations can be made, and access to select entertainment on the 16th and 17th will run a cover charge starting at $5 on the 16th and topping it off at $10 on the 17th.
Wow, sounds like Raglan Road St. Patty's Day plans to tower above others here in Orlando. Oh, you know what? Speaking of tower, over in the Magic Kingdom, they have some towering as well, but it is of the traditional variety. With Rapunzel's iconic tower from her film as the centerpiece, The new Tangled theme rest area has now opened in Fantasyland.
Much to the excitement of everyone.
Uh-huh.
The new themed area features restrooms and a charging station, as well as games.
I've never seen so much excitement for a restroom area.
Well,
Ever.
most restroom areas do not have charging stations.
And don't have such elaborate theming.
Well, this is true. For the first time, Walt Disney World is providing a place for guests to charge their electronic devices at no extra cost. The D Zone provides 6 charging stations, each with 2 electrical outlets, and the expectation of USB outlets are going to be they're going to be added in the future.
That's good, because a lot of people have phones that connect to a USB port.
Yes.
They may not have their the little. What do you call it? The charging pack that can go from USB
portable
to
batteries.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. I would be one of those people. For people like me, you have experience in knowing that Disney has a tendency to just kill the battery on your phone.
Especially now with the new My Disney Experience app that's going to be with the My Magic Plus. You're going to be using your phone a lot to make reservations, so you're going to need these charging stations.
Yes, agreed.
Now, never overlooking the details, Disney has placed Flynn Rider's satchel, Maximus's horseshoe prints, Rapunzel's guitar, numerous frying pans, and 10 hidden Pascals throughout the area.
Gotta love those frying pans if you're a girl. Rumors suppose that a Rapunzel and Flynn Rider themselves will be making appearances irregularly, and that the old restrooms across the pathway, which are now blocked off, will make way for an interactive queue coming to Peter Pan's flight.
Now, speaking of flying...
Yeah, let's talk about outer space.
Exactly.
Now through March 24th, a party of 4 can experience all the fun and excitement the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex has to offer at the special price of $99.
Now, this discount is available only via printed coupon, which can be accessed on the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex website. Guests must present the coupon and proof of Florida residency at the time of purchase to qualify for the special rates. It's always a good deal for Florida residents to get stuff like this.
Absolutely. 4 people for $99.
That's not bad.
No, that's a great deal for a family.
That comes to about $25 per person.
Yes, absolutely.
To spend all day at the visitor complex. That will definitely be a hit with Florida residents. But Disney's D23 Fanniversary celebration is proving to be a hit across the nation. Back for its 2nd year in a row, the tour is presenting to sold-out venues nationwide.
The event celebrates all the Disney anniversaries happening in 2013. Things such as Epcot's Horizons, the launch of the Disney Channel, Chip and Dale, and the 25th anniversary of Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Events are being led by Disney archivists and D23 team members and provide more than an hour of Disney videos, photos, and songs, many of which have not even been seen by the public since they first aired. That's pretty cool.
It does sound really cool. I haven't been to one of these.
I haven't yet, so I know the one in Orlando just happened very, very recently, and I'm a member, but I couldn't make it out to this one. Seemed like it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I heard that it was. Now, many of this year's events are already sold out, with availability only still showing for Boston on March 24th and Seattle on April 5th. So if any of you out there are in those areas and want to get to these events, I would jump on that, because these events are selling out quickly. Switching from whimsical fantasy to that of sci-fi, Megacon will be in Orlando this week. Whether you're interested in Star Trek: The Next Generation, yeah. Oh, hey!
Hey, you did it!
Want to buy cool collectibles or just like to see fans in strange costumes? Florida's version of Comic-Con is not to be missed.
Now, Megacon will be held from March 15th through the 17th at the Orange County Convention Center.
Besides the Star Trek cast, other celebrity guests scheduled to appear are Dean Cain, Lou Ferrigno. Do I have that right?
Lou Ferrigno, yep, you got that.
Good. Good me.
The Hulk himself.
James and Oliver Phelps, Jeremy Bullock, and more.
There will be vendors, panel discussions, and costume contests to highlight the comics, sci-fi, and anime theme. So check our blog for dates and times, and check back right here next week for our report from Megacon. I'm going to be there. I don't know if I'm going to dress up or not. If I'm going to dress up, I'm going as the Doctor.
And you're definitely taking pictures.
Oh, I am definitely going to be taking pictures.
Okay.
It'll be Quinn and Patrick will be hosting together next week, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they come back with.
Full report. Expect it.
Hello everyone. This week's Hidden Mickey is from Conservation Station. This area is a treasure trove of hidden Mickeys. One of the first ones to spot is in a section of changing, repeating panels on the front wall facing you as you enter the building. Look for a small side profile of Mickey Mouse in the center of the orange starfish.
It is that time of year again. Birds are chirping, flowers are blooming, and monkeys are singing.
Monkeys are singing?
Affirmative. Epcot's International Flower and Garden Festival started this past week, and their Flower Power concert series was kicked off with concerts by Micky Dolenz of the Monkees.
Oh, okay. And you had the pleasure of actually meeting him.
For the second time, actually. I had met him once before in a hotel in Miami during a brief elevator ride.
Okay.
Granted, I was with my mother and I was 2 years old, but that counts, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He told my mom that he missed his daughter and that I reminded him of her, so he asked if he could hold me for a little bit, but it was just a brief little moment that we had together because he had to quickly put me down and run away because crazy fans started running after him. It's Micky! And he was like, gotta go.
Well, I guess that does count as meeting him. Now, how about we take a look at what else you experienced at the Flower and Garden Festival, in addition to a happy reunion with Micky Dolenz.
All right. Welcome to this year's International Flower and Garden Festival at Epcot. My daughter Ellie and I are here to see all the new things that they've got going on, such as right behind me, we've got the new Topiaries for Monsters University. So we're gonna have a look around. I hope you all join us and we'll see what's going on. Tell us, how is it that you became a part of the Flower and Garden Festival at Epcot this year?
Pure luck. HGTV asked me to come down, and you know what? I love gardening, I love flowers, I love Disney. It was a no-brainer. Of course I'm going to say yes.
That was my next question. You have such a passion for bringing landscaping into people's lifestyles.
Yeah.
How did that become your passion? Give us a little bit of that story.
Well, you know what? Growing up, my dad was a landscaper. I love being outside. I love growing my own vegetables. I love getting my hands dirty. I always have. My parents never let us inside the house until the streetlights went on, so I had to find a way to keep busy, and I did that with landscaping.
And that's great. And so bringing it to other people is, you know, what?
Yeah, I love to get families and friends outside and enjoying their yards and enjoying the fresh weather, the sun, and no better way to do it than to transform a backyard into a space where they can entertain, and they have no excuse but to go outside and have fun.
Hence the concept for your new show, Going Yard.
Exactly. I mean, you want to go in the backyard. That's the point. I want to get people to enjoy going outside again.
Ellie, are you ready to go play?
Yeah!
Let's do it. Hit up one of the many food kiosks here at the festival this year, and we've picked up an item that's definitely one of the favorites for adults. It's the Dole Whip, except for this Dole Whip has a little added something to it, the Siesta Key spiced rum. But for little ones, as you can see, we have the classic and true Dole Whip, which is yummy.
Yum.
things that you can do at the festival is pick up a garden passport. Now these passports can be picked up in many places throughout the park, and what you see inside here is a list of all the different activities as well as the food booths that are available while you're here. So, and as you go from different place to place, they give you a special stamp for that area. Now we happen to stop in the Japan Pavilion in front of the Hanami food booth, and I got some frushi right here, which I'm about to eat in just a second. It's sushi, but it's actually made with fruit. And as you can see, I got my little special stamp from the Japan place here, and we're all set. Pretty good. We're here with Micky Dolenz, who's kicking off the Flower and Power concert series at Epcot's International Flower and Garden Festival. Micky, it is such an honor for me to be speaking with you today.
Well, thank you very much. I remember you. Weren't we trapped in an elevator when you were 2?
Why, yes. Yes, we were.
I know. I'm psychic, or actually psychotic, but it's similar kind of thing.
They're both very endearing qualities. So I'm wondering, what is it like? I mean, obviously your band has been around since the 60s and through the 70s, but to be here in the new millennium and still see that you have such a very active fan base.
Well, it's wonderful. It's very flattering. I feel blessed. I put it down to lots of things, starting with the music and specifically with the writers. I dedicate my shows to the writers of the songs that wrote for me specifically, people like Carole King and Neil Diamond and Harry Nilsson and Paul Williams and Boyce and Hart and these incredible songwriters. So starting with the song, and then of course the production, the music, the arrangements, the vocals, all of that too, of course. And so that, great songs tend to stand up over the eons,
As do great performers.
Well, thank you.
Speaking of which, I'm sure fans such as myself are all wondering, can we expect to see you at future Flower and Garden festivals?
Well, that's up to Disney, so I hope so. Put in a good word for me. I would love to do it every year, of course. It's a wonderful, wonderful, can you imagine? What a wonderful place. My whole family, I bring my family, they're all out over, eating, cotton candy and on the rides and stuff like that. So it's an ideal venue to play for a family man,
Well, you definitely have my vote. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Well, we've had a great day here at the Flower and Garden Festival. We've got flowers, now we've got food and music. What more could you ask for? I hope that each one of you are able to come on out here and see what the fun is all about.
The next time you plan a Disney vacation, book with a travel agency that's been specifically designated as an authorized Disney vacation planner. Unlike some other agencies, many of our agents' exclusive knowledge of Walt Disney World can help you get the most out of your vacation. And the assistance of our travel professionals can help you get a customized Disney vacation that's just right for you, your family, and your budget. Start planning your magical vacation today by visiting mousefantravel.com.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit has quickly become one of my favorite movies because I'm gonna actually admit right here, right now, as I just now first saw the movie like last week to prepare for what we're about to show you here, because I don't know what it was about when I was a kid. I saw that one image of Christopher Lloyd at the end of the film. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it scarred me as a kid, and I never wanted to see it. So
it is a little bit disturbing, especially the noises that are made during.
So I think that kind of deterred me from seeing the film as a kid. And
but you missed out.
I never got around to seeing it until last week, and
It's about time.
Really, really funny, really a good film.
It is a really good film. Glad you caught up with the rest of us. The film was a bit of a phenomenon for all the rest of us back in the 80s, and you used to be able to meet Roger Rabbit here at Disney World, and there's still a ride based on the film at Disneyland.
Now, with this week's release of Who Framed Roger Rabbit on 25th Anniversary Blu-ray, we had the opportunity to speak with Charles Fleischer, the voice of Roger Rabbit himself, and ask him about his experience as a vocal talent, as well as some of his hidden talents.
Yeah, it was an interview we'll always remember because this guy is unforgettable. The voice of Roger Rabbit is such a very distinct voice. We were wondering, how did you come up with that voice for that particular character?
Well, any actor that gets a script has to develop a character. So, sometimes if it's just live action, it's a different way of talking. So it depends where he's from and what he does and who his mom and dad were. But with this, because it's an animated character, he has to have a tune quality. In addition to that, the appearance of the character. If he's really large, you would expect a deeper voice. Or if he was small, you'd want a higher voice. So because of the way Roger looked, you have to have something that blends into that and that makes sense as he speaks. If Roger had been saying, "Yo, what's up?" it might have worked, but it wouldn't have worked as well.
Were there any sources of inspiration for the voice that you came up with?
Originally, when I was first called in to help them audition the Eddie Valiant character, it was kind of a cross between John Huston and Ruth Gordon. And then it just developed into what it was. There was no direct correlation to any prior character.
Now, with the process, for most animation, the voice is recorded way in advance of the film being drawn. But with this film, since it was a mix of animation and live action, you were on set for the entire shoot to provide the voice off camera for the live actors, right?
That is correct. And I also had them make me a Roger Rabbit costume that I wore every day. So we would rehearse face-to-face just like I was live action. And then I would step into this little area where I could see everything that was happening. So if Bob Hoskins were to reach out and grab Roger by the ears, I would react to that as though I was in that space. It's a process that I came to refer to as trans-projectional acting. So I was there, but I was projecting my performance into a space in front of me, and Hoskins was visualizing me in that empty space. So it was really interesting and became really fun.
You did voice other characters in the film, am I correct? You didn't just do Roger.
You are correct, JeniLynn. I did also Benny the Cab and two of the Weasels, and that took place after the film, the principal photography had already occurred, and they weren't really satisfied with the performances that they had gotten, and Bob Zemeckis asked me if I would come up with something, and I gave him a couple different voices, and he said, "Okay, Benny the Cab and two of the Weasels, done."
For us here in Florida, California is kind of a far-off place as well, and we are curious, how often do you get out there to ride your namesake ride?
Out to Disneyland?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, no more than twice a week. I try and hold back, It's, I love Toontown, and of course, having a ride that has my voice in it, and as Roger and Benny is another honor on top of a privilege.
Is there any chance we're going to see Roger in any sort of future projects?
I would hope so. I certainly would. And let me also tell you that in addition to my performance skills, I am also a scientist, and I have made a discovery about a phenomenon known as gamma ray bursts.
Oh.
I wrote a scientific paper which was endorsed by a well-renowned astrophysicist and is now on the Cornell University website.
Oh.
And if you want to do any follow-ups, asking some of the Disney people, they can hook you up with the links to see my paper or my TED presentation on a mathematical formula I have called moleads, or any of that stuff, which
I had no idea we were speaking with a Renaissance man.
Oh, yeah.
Well said. Well said. You have phrased it in a manner that is familiar and pleasing.
Are you still able to do the voice?
Thanks, what do you want him to say?
I don't know.
Jeepers, I don't know. I could never do the voice for Max and JeniLynn, but maybe if you said, please.
Please. Please.
Wow, nicely done. Was that sufficient for your audio reality?
Are you available for lunch next week?
Yes. Will you be preparing or shall I bring sandwiches?
Ooh.
I will be preparing. We definitely have a date.
In that case, I'll alert the media and prepare a new set of shoes.
Thanks so much for talking to us. We appreciate it.
Hey, Max and JeniLynn, thank you very much. Whenever I'm in Florida, I was at the station.
The 25th anniversary edition of Who Framed Roger Rabbit is now available for the first time on Blu-ray.
Summer is almost here. Don't pay full price for your theme park admission tickets. Undercover Tourist ships the exact same tickets straight to your door for less than gate price. All tickets are new, authentic, and backed by one of the best refund policies. Add on your car rental to save up to 50% on your vacation package. Find the best day to visit each park along with other insider tips and planning tools at undercovertourist.com. Visit undercovertourist.com and buy your tickets today.
There's no way to avoid it. If you're visiting a theme park, you're going to spend quite a lot of time waiting in line. This can be especially challenging when you have little ones in tow who don't understand the concept of delayed gratification. For this reason, it's wise to have a few plans in place to pass the time. For example, don't underestimate the value of conversation. Even when they're very young, most kids love talking with their parents, so ask them, what do you want to see today? And then discuss their expectations. If talking isn't helping, start playing games of the card trip variety. Which letters of the alphabet can we find? How many characters can we count? What about a game of I Spy? A favorite of my kids are the classic patty cake hand jive type games. You might be surprised how these tricks ease the boredom of the queue and keep little ones happy along the way.
Hey, guess what?
What?
We're back. And it's our weekly giveaway.
Yeah! Okay. Last week we asked you the name of the ride vehicle in the upcoming Transformers attraction at Universal Studios. Thank you to everyone who gave us a response. The name of the Transformers ride vehicle, as I have learned, is EVAC. Our winner, who was chosen at random, is
Anthony Markham from Sanford, North Carolina. Not only did he get the question right, he also added that he started following us on YouTube recently after our Muppet Cast appearance.
So very cool. Thank you,
great.
Anthony, for coming on over our way after hearing us over there.
Exactly, and congratulations. We'll be sending the Pop Century Resort shirt your way very shortly. Now for this week's challenge, we want you to tell us how you first heard about our show. When you send in your answer, you might be picked to receive an awesome Wreck-It Ralph prize pack in honor of the movie now being available on Blu-ray and DVD. So first let's talk about, we got the big poster here. Awesome poster, talks about coming out on Blu-ray on here. This is my favorite with the group shot here. Not only do we have the poster, we also have a copy of the, you want to hold that up?
Oh.
A copy of the 3D Blu-ray. It includes the 3D Blu-ray, a regular Blu-ray, a DVD, and a digital copy. This little pack is the only way you can get a digital copy of the film. It has some great features, including this awesome intermission that when you pause the film, it goes into some cool little tidbits hosted by Chris Hardwick that talk about a lot of the hidden features throughout the movie, like video game references,
like
hidden
Easter
Mickeys,
eggs.
exactly.
Cool.
And on top of all of that, we have this special watch. It is, I believe this is the only way you can get this watch. I don't know if they sell this anywhere at Disney Store or
So it's
not.
possibly exclusive.
It's a possible exclusive watch. It's 8-bit, so it's got, the blocky round edges to it. I like that. I might be entering this contest.
It's
to get this.
definitely a cool little thing here for gamers.
Oh yeah, agreed.
Well, you're going to send your answer by email to info@attractionsmagazine.com. You must include your full name and address. We need it all by the end of next Monday, March 18th, 2013. As always, keep in mind that you can only enter once per week and you can only win once per year.
Yes, now, JeniLynn, we have some shout-outs to take care of.
Definitely. Our first one this week goes to Kevin Friend and his family. They're flying out this way from the UK for their upcoming vacation. Welcome to Orlando, Kevin. We hope your trip is dusted from magic from start to finish.
Next, we want to say congratulations to Brandon Allman and his girlfriend who are celebrating their first week as a couple. From what we hear, they're off to a great start and have a promising future.
Sounds like spring has definitely hit, as these two are Twitter-pated.
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 I've never heard of that.
Have you ever watched Bambi?
Yeah.
Well, it's all from Bambi.
Twitter, though?
Twitter-pated.
I'm having a hard time remembering this
Thanks
reference.
for having movie night. All right, next I'm wanting to say hello to Alexandra, also known as @A_Vigorito on Twitter. She followed me this week, and I just wanted to tell you, Alexandra, you are every bit worth the follow back.
Also on Twitter, Mike Dumphy, we want to say hello. We know you're watching. Well, we are as well. Keep watching, man, and keep tweeting.
And last but not least, Aaron Barnhill. He let us know that he loves the show so much, he wishes it was twice a week.
Oh.
Whoa. That's a tall order. Don't know if we can deliver on that, but we have plenty of clips about Orlando attractions on our YouTube channel and posts on our blog throughout the week to tide you over. And don't forget, you can subscribe to the magazine as well.
Yes. Now, special thanks to Mouse Fan Travel. Let them exercise their expertise and plan your next trip, whether by land or sea. For a free quote without obligation, visit mousefantravel.com.
And much thanks to Theme Park Connection, where you can buy, sell, and trade theme park items. Visit the warehouse here in Winter Garden or online at themeparkconnection.com.
We are also grateful to Undercover Tourist, our recommended supplier of online discount tickets to Disney World, Universal, and other Orlando area attractions. For more information, visit undercovertourist.com. When you do, make sure to let them know we sent you.
And also, don't forget that you can watch the show each and every week on YouTube, iTunes, and Bright House Cable. That's channel 300 in Central Florida and 340 in the Tampa area.
You can also like us on Facebook at facebook.com/attractionsmagazine. And we hope you'll follow us on Twitter too, @attractions. JeniLynn and I, we love hearing from you guys, so we hope you'll post and tweet to us regularly.
We absolutely do love hearing from you guys. Not to be forgotten, you can visit attractionsmagazine.com for news and videos throughout the week and subscribe to the magazine itself. It's available in print, on the Nook, online, and in our iPhone and iPad apps. You can also pick up most of our back issues and save on shipping right here at Theme Park Connection. Look for our new spring issue to be available very soon. Here's a look at the cover.
It is available right now on the Nook devices, so if you have a Nook or the app on the iPhone, you can go ahead and
jump
get
right on that.
spring issue right now. Should be on the iPhone very, very soon. And for everyone who just can't get enough of Orlando Attractions Magazine, we now have t-shirts, mugs, bags, and a few other things available for purchase online. Simply head to zazzle.com/attractions to get your very own Attractions Magazine items.
Well, Banks, do you want the good news or the bad news?
Oh, don't give me this question. I hate these questions.
No, I know.
Might as well just give me the bad news first.
Well, the bad news is that we have wrapped our 100th episode of Orlando Attractions Magazine, the show.
That is bad news. Well, it's really not that bad news. I mean, 100 episodes, that's nothing to sneeze at. I mean, that's an accomplishment.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. But what's the good news then?
Well, the good news is that next week we'll be back for our 101st.
That's right.
That's an even better accomplishment.
Yes. Now, I just want to say, thanks to everyone who's been involved on the show since episode 1. I mean, 100 episodes, like I said, big accomplishment. We hope to be around for 100 more. And we know that it's going to be a hard wait to, wait for the next week for the next episode. So to pass the time, we want y'all to get out there and have fun! That was loud.
Secret blooper of the week.
It'll be a hard wait for next week. So to pass the time, we want what?
Well, the good news is that next week we're going to be... One of the many features that we have at the Flower and Garden Festival this year are the playgrounds. The theme... Yeah, sorry, tripped up. Are you okay? Put your head. Okay.
Yeah, that was gonna be a blooper anyway, so I would like miss while you were talking.